Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Trends with LJE, where we bring you the latest and developing stories in across Nigeria and of course across Africa as well. I am John Nkamian. Now do well to be part of our growing online community by hitting that follow, like and share button right now on all platforms at LJE Nigeria. Joining me to dissect today's trending stories are the brilliant minds of Miriam Gamali and Esther Ikwere. Thank you, ladies, for being a part of today's edition of Trends.
Thank you for having us, Mr. John.
And now, without much ado, let us get into the headlines. TCN announces over 2 weeks blackout in Abuja. Alleged coup, Army reportedly raids former governor's home in Abuja, arrest brother. Timipre Silva flees Nigeria amid alleged coup plot investigation. U.S. government revokes Wole Soyinka's visa over anti-Trump comments. EFCC links rising cybercrime to laziness and greed. We start with this notice where the transmission company of Nigeria, TCN, has announced that there will be electricity outage lasting over 2 weeks in parts of Abuja, the nation's capital city. Now, TCN spokesman Ndidi Mba disclosed this in a statement on Monday. And according to the company, the outage scheduled from Tuesday, October 27 to Sunday, November 16 is due to road construction activities in the Federal Capital Territory. It explained that the 132 kilovolt Gwagwalada Kubwa Apo double circuit transmission line would be without power supply during this period. Now, consequently, bulk electricity supply will be temporarily unavailable in the Apo, Lokogoma, Guzape, Asukuru, Wuye, Utako, Jabi, and Idu industrial layout areas within the construction period. Now let's jump straight into our top story, where latest reports have revealed that the Nigerian Army raided the Abuja residence of former Bayelsa State Governor and ex-Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva, over an alleged coup plot being investigated by the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA. Now, according to reports, the operation, which took place at his Maitama residence in Abuja, was carried out by a special military team following intelligence reports linking the former minister to secret meetings with detained military officers accused of plotting a coup. Now, sources revealed that Silva's brother, identified as Paga, was arrested during the raid, while another search was conducted at the former governor's Bayelsa home. Now, according to top security insiders, the raid was not a random exercise, but a deliberate action based on intelligence connecting certain political figures to the alleged conspirators. Authorities have, however, not released any official statement on the incident. You will recall that the former governor was under probe over his alleged role in the coup plot, leading to President Tinubu's ultimately sacking and replacing his former service chiefs. Now, the development follows weeks of tension within the military after at least 16 senior officers from the Army, Navy, and Air Force were detained by the DIA over the alleged plot. Now, the officers have reportedly been held for over 3 weeks at an undisclosed location in Abuja without contact with their families or legal representatives. Now, Esther, what is funny about this story is that just before we came into the studio, the presidency has continued to hold the view that there hasn't been a coup. But yet, stories like this are continually emerging about the fact that there was an alleged or attempted coup plot. We know that currently 16 officers, as that report highlighted, are in detention. without access to their families, without access to legal representation. Of course, I always like to put the facts. The military operates differently from the democratic process. The military is an institution of its own, so its operations is a bit alien to how the democratic civil process operates. So that probably explains why they haven't been given access to legal representation. But how do you react to the fact that on one hand, the military is raiding and arresting, investigating an alleged coup plot, while the presidency continues to push the narrative that there was no coup? How do we make the connection? Who is lying? Who is telling the truth?
Well, the thing is, I can't say who is lying and who is not lying, but I feel maybe the presidency, they are trying to like curtail the information like from the public, so people
to control the narrative.
Yes, so people don't feel like there's something that is about to start. And coup can cause serious danger in the country. Like the news of coup can be a lot. So I feel like the presidents, they are trying to curtail that information from the general public. Meanwhile, they are going underground to like raid those people that are involved in.
Now, Miriam, also before we got into the studio, there was a report that the DSS has arrested a gentleman who used his personal social media handle to suggest a coup should happen in Nigeria. Naturally, one would expect that he's entitled to his opinion. We have seen situations at the advent of this administration where Nigerians, the videos are online unless they've been taken down, where Nigerians were actually hailing the military and asking them to take over. And let's not deny the fact that in recent times we've seen coups happen. In Madagascar, the military has taken over after the Gen Z protests that saw the prime minister resign and flee the country. Same thing in Nepal, where we saw a protest started from a secondary school student speech, and the military also took over. So why are we trying to paint a picture that even though we claim to practice democracy, but we seem to see the Gestapo approach to quelling situations and arresting people simply for airing their opinion?
Mr. John, on this table, we've always stated that as a Nigerian, you have the right to say whatever you want to say. But freedom, after what you said, isn't guaranteed.
Isn't guaranteed
at all. So now, yeah, he has said what he said. The DSS arresting him. I don't think that they are supposed to arrest him. Just like bring him to their station or to their office and ask him questions to know what led to him saying what he said. You get now, talking about the coup, I'm not sure there was any plot of this coup. I feel it's a decoy for the presidency, you get, to go after the people who they feel
are threats.
Yeah, are threats to his administration. It is just a decoy to cover up and now go after okay, now this person isn't aligning with what you want. So you decided to go after him. Now you didn't see him and you're taking his brother. Why are you taking his brother? Is brother a problem to you? No, why not look for the person you went there for instead of taking the brother? Nigeria is just a mess. It is only God that will help us.
Okay. Well, staying with reports that suggest that the Nigerian Army raided the Abuja residence of former Bayelsa ex-Minister of State for Petroleum Timipre Silva over an alleged coup plot being investigated by the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA. Now, according to reports, Silva escaped through the creeks after receiving intelligence that the coup plot had been uncovered by security operatives. He is believed to have traveled first to Senegal and now making arrangements to move to Argentina, where he allegedly maintained several business interests. The former Bayelsa state governor is said to have been lobbying for the position of Nigeria's ambassador to Argentina prior to the unfolding events. Sources within the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, disclosed that the first military officer arrested in connection with the coup attempt allegedly identified Silva as the arrowhead and financier of the plot. Following this revelation, security agencies reportedly intensified surveillance on the former minister. Further investigations have allegedly traced a sum of 46 billion naira to an account reportedly linked to silver. Security agencies have neither confirmed nor denied the reports officially, but a senior intelligence officer who spoke on condition of anonymity said the probe into the alleged coup financing network is at an advanced stage. Now, Miriam, let me. Okay, it's understandable. Silva was a former governor, former minister of Minister of State for Petroleum Resources. And already we are hearing 46 billion naira earmarked for this coup, and Silva has been linked to this account. Now, going back to your earlier statement that this is some kind of a decoy, a cover-up, for the current administration to carry out whatever it is they are carrying out. I have said that there is a school of thought that suggests that the Bola Tinubu-led APC administration has perfected the art of propaganda. We knew how they came into government, how they brought the previous administration of late President Muhammadu Buhari into office using propaganda. Now, are you suggesting that all of this is part of the propaganda, script to keep Nigerians distracted while other things go on?
It is glaring. It is obvious because you see that everything they are doing is just for themselves and not the citizens. So it is obvious that everything is propaganda. They are just, they'll bring out something, Nigerians will face that why they are going the other way to do what they want. So it is just it.
Miriam, Esther, what choices stand before Nigeria? Let's assume that hypothetically there was a coup plot. Is a coup the solution to the challenges we currently face as a country and as a people?
Well, no, it's not any solution because it will only cause more problems for Nigerians. Like, it's not a solution to any problem.
So we should still toe the democratic line. We should implore the tools of democracy.
Yes, because military taking over the country is not going to be funny for Nigerians.
But don't you think the tools of democracy staying there?
Have you experienced military system?
That's what I'm saying. We've experienced this one. Let us experience the next one. And see the one that, because now you cannot even see.
It's just because of how corrupt the
one.
democracy system is, honestly. Because to me, it is the best way.
The best form.
Yes, just because of how our Nigeria as a country, how corrupt we have made this democratic to look like. But military, can we handle military?
Very insightful points, ladies. We need to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll be discussing Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka's U.S. visa revocation and the EFCC's alarm over the increasing prevalence of cybercrime in Nigeria, blaming what he calls laziness and greed among the nation's youth for the disturbing trend. Stay with us and keep sharing the stream.
Nigeria is at a turning point. Young people are rising, demanding change. If you believe in justice, strong leadership, and real reform, then it's time to take a stand.
At LJE Nigeria, we're not just observers, we're builders. We're tackling leadership deficits, advocating for justice reforms, and driving economic advancement for all.
As a volunteer, you won't just watch, you will be a part of it. Professionals who believe in your potential.
No matter who you are, whether you're a student, an entrepreneur, a professional, or someone who cares, there's a place for you here.
Network with passionate change makers, build skills, and step into leadership.
Join LJE Nigeria today. Let's lead with truth. Let's build with courage. Let's rise for Nigeria. Become an LJE volunteer today and be the change Nigeria needs. Follow all our social media handles for more details.
Welcome back to Trends with LJE. According to reports from Nigerian and international news outlets, the U.S. government has revoked the B1/B2 visa of Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka. The move was announced on October 28, 2025, and is reportedly related to comments he made against President Donald Trump, whom he compared to Ugandan dictator Idi Amin. Now, according to reports, Soyinka disclosed this at a media parley held in Lagos on Tuesday, where he highlighted that he received the letter of visa revocation last Thursday, October 23rd, and that the development seemed likely being witch hunt because of his stance against the policies of U.S. President Donald Trump. You will recall that in December of 2016, the renowned author, poet, and playwright tore his green card after Trump's electoral triumph for his first term in office. Now, speaking at the media parley held at the Freedom Park, Lagos, with the team on ending saga, Idi Amin, in whiteface, Soyinka, who now resides in Nigeria, read the letter from the U.S. consulate in Lagos. He stated that there was no hard feelings as a result of the development, and that he will continue to welcome Americans to his house in Abuja, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, as he has no issue with the people or the nation. He added that as a global citizen, he will continue to speak against racism and what he feels wrong with policies of government, including that of Donald Trump. Miriam, how do you react to this? Of course, Donald Trump continues to find the headlines globally. But this time, I mean, being a Nobel laureate, isn't that enough for Donald Trump to have thought twice of revoking Wole Soyinka's visa?
The thing is, right from time, this thing happened in 2016, maybe 2017, right?
Yeah, it was 2016 that he tore his green card,
No.
and Donald Trump came into office for his first term.
He tore his visa or his green card because he doesn't want to be associated with the US, right? So why is
With the government of Donald Trump.
Sorry, with the government of Donald Trump. So why is he still looking for a way to get into the US when Donald Trump is still there? Why not remain in Nigeria? Face the Nigerian economy, face the Nigerian thing. You now look for a way to go back there. So I think, like they said, if it's Nigeria, it would have been swept under the carpet or under the rug. But Donald, like America, after years, and they've served him breakfast today.
Esther, what's your thoughts on that?
I'll just say, I'll put it in this quote, initial gragra, as that 2016. You know, I remember that time the news was up. He said he doesn't want Donald Trump. I understand the stance against racism and all that, but him tearing his green card, when I saw that, I was like, you will need this thing in the future. Now, the time has come now. He wants to go back to the US, and Donald Trump is still the one sitting there. Of course.
So basically, it's a situation of don't count your chickens before they are hatched. Well, I'm sure the Nobel laureate, his comments seem to suggest that he's not so worried about it. He's convinced that at some point Donald Trump will leave office and he can reapply. And the fact that he's a Nobel laureate, I do not see the American government denying him entry into the American state later in the future. Anyway, moving ahead, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has raised alarm over the increasing prevalence of cybercrime in Nigeria, blaming what it called laziness and greed among the nation's youth for the disturbing trend. Now, in a statement released by the anti-graft agency, the EFCC noted that many young Nigerians have become obsessed with the pursuit of quick wealth and luxury, abandoning the virtues of hard work, patience, and integrity. Now, according to the Commission, this attitude has fueled the alarming surge in internet-related fraud and other forms of financial crimes. The agency expressed disappointment that despite the government's investment in youth and legitimate opportunities, the Commission warned that it would continue to intensify its crackdown on internet fraudsters, stressing that there would be no leniency for those caught defrauding innocent people. EFCC operatives added that they are equipped with modern digital tools to track, arrest, and prosecute cyber criminals across the country. The agency also called for stronger parental guidance, value-based education, and social reorientation to address the moral decay that has contributed to the rise of cybercrime. The Anti-Graft Agency reaffirmed its commitment to protecting Nigeria's image internationally and ensuring that the nation's youth channel their creativity into productive and legitimate ventures. Now, to wrap up this edition of Trends, quickly, let me get your reaction, Esther. This is coming shortly after we talked about Peter Obi's reaction, saying, look, yes, they may have committed a crime, but we should look at the fact that these young guys are geniuses and they should find ways of integrating them in helping to further fight this crime. But the EFCC still insists that this is as a result of laziness and greed. Do you share that opinion?
Well, the thing is, first off, I would say my own opinion. I don't like it when they call Nigerian youth lazy. Because I'm also a Nigerian youth. And
you're not lazy.
We are not lazy. I would say a lot of Nigerian youth they don't want to end up the way they saw the older generations end up.
True.
Yes, and the government and it's not even making it easy for Nigerian youth.
But
so we have to find different means to. I'm not supporting fraudulent activities, but there are so many Nigerian youths that are not doing fraud. But you see them, they have to find a lot of means to make this money and sustain their self. So I'm not in support of the cyber crime and all that, but of course, some people still go the length of. And again, the reason why I'm not trying to make an excuse for their wrongdoing, but the reason why some people do that is because they don't have any other option. There are no means, no way to for survival. As if everywhere is blocked. For the Nigerian youth, every aspect you turn into is like it's blocked. They keep fighting every whole means to make money, whether you want to get jobs online, so many things, like a lot.
It's challenging.
Yes,
it's challenging. Miriam, Esther said something. Looks like everywhere is blocked for the Nigerian youth, but yet the EFCC claims that the government has invested in social welfare schemes for the youth, things with like NEL Fund and the rest of them. Have those things yielded fruit? Is that enough justification for the EFCC to insist that the Nigerian youths are lazy and greedy?
The thing is, fine, the government may have put up these funds to help the youth, but are these youths able to get
access those funds?
Or to access these funds? It's not about saying, okay, they've done this, but are they able to access these funds? Now, Nigerian youths are not lazy. That is one thing, they are not. But you see greed. Many a times, peer pressure. You see somebody, okay, your friend has this one, and because you won't belong, you want to where your friend is, you want to do some kind of things. You get many Nigerians, we are not lazy at all, but greed and peer pressure. And another thing, I believe, if our government should open more job opportunities, there are no job opportunities in the country. Everybody is just looking for a way to survive. It's just looking as if Nigeria is just like survival of the fittest. Nobody sees you don't have anything to do. Even when you have something to do, a whole lot of things will be dragging you back. Like you see, okay, security jobs, like primary healthcare centers, the security people there, the nurses there, how much are they paying them? You pay a man that has a family, you pay him 15,000 naira a month. How is he going to use that 15,000 to cater for his
when the minimum wage is 70,000 naira?
So what is 70,000 even going to do for somebody that has a home? Nigerian youths are not, but our government is not helping us. I don't support anybody in committing crime. No.
Cybercrime.
There are other ways you could actually make money. You can learn a skill, develop yourself, and you can make fun from there. I know a whole lot of girls don't want to get into any strenuous activity. They don't want to work. They just want to be there. Yeah, I have where I'm coming from. I've seen girls come to me, tell me, see you as you find rich, why you they work? Waka way go waka just like in one night, you don't get your salary, now you dey work. A whole lot of girls make that comment. I know many a times they'll say, I don't get papa, I don't get mama, we go help me, but you have hands, you have your brain. Why not go out there and work? Instead of just relying that somebody will give you, you will get from it. It doesn't make any sense at all. But again, Nigerian youths are not lazy. You should just reorientation, like sensitize people, and because I think all these things should start from small. Because once somebody has lost it from childhood, correcting it when person is old won't do
Very
anything.
difficult.
Yeah.
Well, Miriam has just reminded me of the words of former First Lady, Patience Jonathan. They know they teach left hand for
old age at all.
We could talk about this for hours, but that's all the time we have for this edition of Trends with LJE. My sincere thanks to Miriam Gamali and, of course, Esther Ikwere for their brilliant contributions. And don't forget to follow, like, and share at LJE Nigeria on all social media platforms. And of course, don't forget to join the conversation and get updates on our next show. I am John Nkamian. Bye for now.